It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for The Walking Dead's third spin-off series, better known as TWD3. So in this video, we're going to be looking at some huge reveals about TWD3 and some major reveals about how this series connects to the CRM organization and how everything kind of comes together in terms of the whole Walking Dead franchise in general. So before I actually get started with this, I do want to put a little bit more context into this, just in case some people don't remember. A while back, I think it was like right when The Walking Dead season 10 started, we got some information about TWD3. It was revealed by Scott Gimple, the Chief Content Officer. The group of people we meet in TWD3 and the community they're from is part of a bigger organization that's also connected to the CRM organization. The Walking Dead reveals meaning of three-circle symbol on Rick Grimes' helicopter. The Walking Dead Chief Content Officer Scott Gimple on Saturday explained the meaning behind the three-circle symbol seen on the helicopter responsible for the disappearance of Rick Grimes, Andrew Lincoln. A symbol later identified in connection with the CRM organization who surfaced in Fear the Walking Dead. We've seen that three-circle symbol. Those three circles, and I'm saying it here, represent three different civilizations that are around and entwined in some ways, and in some ways very, very different. Gimple said at New York Comic-Con during the panel for AMC's upcoming third Walking Dead series, centered around the first generation raised after the fall of civilization. The setting of that series, revealed in the spin-off's first trailer, is one of those places, Gimple teased. The mystery of a shadowy organization is one that has been unfolding for years. Scott Gimple knew what the helicopter was for a long time. The Walking Dead showrunner Angela Kang previously told THR ahead of Rick's Season 9 exit he was a little secretive, even with the writer's room, about what it was. He did let me in on some of it at some point last year in Season 8. We went into this season with a pretty good knowledge about the intention behind the helicopter and where it would lead. Intertwined with CRM is the A and B classification system used so far to categorize Rick, Negan, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and Father Gabriel, Seth Gilliam. Answers behind those labels will come in the Walking Dead movie trilogy, starring Lincoln's Rick, who may have been relocated to Philadelphia. The first film, penned by Gimple, will explore the vast methodology behind the helicopter group, Gimple told THR last November. That serves the overall story to the next story we have for Rick, Gimple said. Of course, the CRM organization are the organization that came in and took Rick away with a helicopter with Anne, if you remember, in Season 9. And also, if you remember, there was this tri-circle symbol on the helicopter that took Rick. So the CRM community is one piece of that huge organization. And as we've talked about before, the tri-circles are a representation of that. So CRM is one of those circles, and then there's two other circles. Now, we did get other hints or clues about the CRM in Season 5 of Fear the Walking Dead. The same helicopter or a similar type of helicopter that took Rick actually came in, and we met Isabel, one of their members, one of their soldiers, who kind of connected with Althea in Fear the Walking Dead, and she did reveal some small information about what the CRM community was.
The place I'm from, I'm not going to tell you where it is, I'm not going to tell you what it's called. But there is something I will tell you.
What?
It's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than all of us.
Because it's the future.
And we're the past.
So we do know that one of these three organizations is the CRM. Now, Scott Gimple said there are two other organizations, one of which is connected to the TWD3. So one is the organization the CRM is from, one is the community TWD3 is from, and then there's another one. And we've kind of talked about this before. The third one is very likely to be Commonwealth. But now there's actually huge reveals about this. Now, this picture was recently revealed, and this picture was on set of TWD3. And we can see parts of when we actually go to this spot in the trailer of TWD3. There is a part in the trailer, it's at the very beginning, where one of the characters is giving this speech, and it seems to be some sort of a celebration or something like that. She is talking about Monument Day. So they're celebrating Monument Day. Now, Monument Day is very, very important, and I'll get to that.
It's called Monument Day because we are all monuments to the past.
My dad is off laying the groundwork to change the world. To someday, far in the future, get us back to where we were.
But look at the picture. We can clearly see the tri-circle symbols. And what makes it even more interesting is that we have Civic Republic, Portland, Omaha. 10 years Monument Day. So that's extremely interesting. Now think about it. Monument. All of the three communities that are mentioned here, Civic Republic, Portland, and Omaha, have monument in their name. Portland Monument, Omaha Monument, Civic Republic Monument. With each community symbolically being described as a monument of what was, of the past. Hence the name Monument Day. So let's go back to Civic Republic Monument. What does that spell out for us? Civic Republic Monument, CRM. That is mind-blowing. That's exactly the CRM organization, Civic Republic. In the same way, PM would be Portland Monument. And then Omaha, OM. That is extremely interesting. Now, the other thing that I do want to mention is Civic Republic. It could be the center of these three organizations. Now, let's look at Omaha. Omaha is a city in Nebraska. Now, what's very interesting, there's a different shot in the trailer of TWD3 where one of the characters opens the door at one of the colleges or universities that they're studying at, most likely, in this post-apocalyptic world. And on the door, it says NSU. N could be Nebraska, S could be state, and U could be university. Nebraska State University. Where is Omaha at? It's in Nebraska. So that kind of tells us that Omaha is where TWD3 takes place. In Nebraska. Now, Portland, there's a city called Portland in Oregon, Maine, and also Ohio. But if we bring in the comic book to this picture, we can see that Ohio makes the most sense. Commonwealth in the comic book was in Ohio. So, obviously, Portland, Ohio is where Commonwealth is at. So, Omaha is TWD3, Portland is Commonwealth. Now, Civic Republic could be Philadelphia. And why do I say that? That's because if we take a look at the little tease that we got of the Rick movies, the first one, it seems like the skyscrapers in Philadelphia. So Civic Republic Monument, CRM, is in Philadelphia. That's where Rick is at, or that's where Rick was taken to. That's going to be the setting of the first Walking Dead movies. Portland Monument is in Portland, Ohio, and that's going to be where Commonwealth is at. And Omaha Monument is in Nebraska. That's going to be where TWD3 is going to be set. So that's basically how everything is connected. And that's extremely interesting. And I love this little tidbit that we got. It might be a spoiler, but I don't care at this point. We have waited so long to learn what CRM is at this point that I don't care about this little piece of spoiler or tidbit or whatever you want to call it. Now, another thing I do want to mention in this video, and I just realized this or I just saw this, and I cannot believe that I did not see this sooner. Looking at the trailer of TWD3, there's two scenes where the characters are wearing this leather jacket. Now, on the leather jacket, we have the tri-circle symbols right there. I didn't notice that before, but now I do, and it all kind of makes sense if you think about it. Putting everything together, there's a lot of great stuff coming, and I cannot wait for it. But one final thing I want to show you before ending this video, looking at the map, now we can see where everything is. We have, of course, Alexandria Safe Zone, which is in Virginia, near Washington, D.C. We have Philadelphia in Pennsylvania, which is going to be where the Rick movie is going to be at. So that's going to be where the CRM is stationed. We have Portland, Ohio. That's where Commonwealth is going to be at. And we have Omaha, Nebraska. And that's going to be where the TWD3 story is going to take place, or their community is going to be at. And obviously in Texas, that's where the characters in Fear the Walking Dead are. So a lot of great stuff coming. I cannot wait to get more and more reveals like this. But I want to know everyone's thoughts and opinions about this. What do you think about this picture that was released? And what are your overall thoughts on how everything comes together? That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video. If you like what you see, press like, subscribe for more content, and press the bell button to receive notifications for daily uploads.